banks of the Mississippi River, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a storied venue, and soon the fog will rise off the Big Muddy, and will it also bring a victory for the beloved Bayou Bengals. Tiger Stadium, home of LSU. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a team from the SEC, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Sun Devils will put total leather and we'll get started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. He stopped short of the 20 at the 9. And probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback.
Ready, set.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Grabbed behind the line. It's Durham. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The give to the back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Got his man downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. To the air, it's Levin.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to Brown. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Wants to adjust the pattern. Toss to the outside. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Has to get there to move the sticks. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Boy, I really wasn't expecting a run there. Most teams in that situation look for the quick pass to pick up the 1st down.
No doubt, because you drop your quarterback, you can throw the ball really quickly, or he can take off and run the football. So a little bit more one-dimensional when you run the football, but if you do it successfully, it works. If nobody says anything, it does happen.
Looking to pass, it's Levin. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback extends the play. Trying to get rid of it. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time.
Touchdown, Sun Devils! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Levitt. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
Two-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. Ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on first down. They'll run it from the gun. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. He reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned.
Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out in the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open. Nobody accounting for him. So you flip it to him quickly. Nice, accurate pitch out in front of him. Easy catch. And then he's able to do the rest. Look at the speed that time on the perimeter by the pitch man. Picking up a massive gain for this offense.
Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They're dealing with a second and long. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. He's got it on the run, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Lining up for the point after and the lead. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The give out of the gun. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow. They don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill. Go get the running back. Get a tackle for a loss.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Udo. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. On the move, he fires. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
of this drive comes from the 32. Catch in the middle, it's Green. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to the toss. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain.
And you're trying to get the ball to your running back in space. And a really good job tossing it on the perimeter. What do you need? You need to set the edge. You got to do a good job with your offensive line. And then you need perimeter blocking out wide to hold their own. Do a good job, hold their own. Nice positive game, nice positive toss play.
He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football.
Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
That's a really nice job holding that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all three levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
On the ground, it's Durham. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. Looks as if they're going to pass on a chance to take the lead with the field goal and go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, LSU.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They didn't Didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Grab near the sticks. It's Tyson. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air, it's Levitt. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Tyson.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to...
Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Well, obviously, the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. There he goes. Just threw behind his pad. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. And the Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Durham. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Here's the pressure. Running into the open space. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And he's really proven to this defense that he's just not a one-trick pony. He can beat you through the air, and now he can do this. Now he can take off and scramble, move the sticks, get us first down for his offense. This defense, they're starting to learn pretty quickly. This guy is a talented joker at quarterback.
Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught behind the line. It's sharp. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Ends caught. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
That is a nice break for the offense. Man, those are plays that you don't think about down the road, but those are turnovers. If they just bounce a little bit in the direction of the defense, you're so jacked up. You create momentum, juice. It could change the game. That's a great break for the...
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Tigers! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Gets the back moving. Off play action. Extending the play. He gets the 2-point conversion, and we've got a ball game. They're down by 7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Sends it downfield. It's caught. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Wants to go up top on first down. The sure hands, it's Brown. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And it's a pick. No, he's out of bounds. Couldn't stay in bounds after catching the ball. It's simply an incomplete pass.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got...
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Brown has it. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
To throw, it's Levitt. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. That's caught. It's Brown. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Caught at the 25. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Pulls and fires complete to the right. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Unleashes one deep. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's McClain. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A fourth down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here. Excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer. And how about the conversion? The big fourth down conversion here in the third quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
And the missed connection on third down.
Man, they just couldn't find the hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But fourth and short. Now, decision time right here.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Floating away. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State.
And the defense was so close. They had done such a good job up to that point, setting up a fourth down. It looked like they had the QB corralled, but they let him escape. That is going to be a coaching moment for them moving forward.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He's got great speed. He's got it out. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hamilton. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got a man. It's McClain. Open space at the 25. Turning on the Jets. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. To the air. It's Levitt. Gets it out fast. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter of space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Hard running there. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
They're going to ride this running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Finds his man. It's Tyson. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post route.
Breaks into the open. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Here comes the heat. Gets drilled as he releases it, the ball just trickles to the ground.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Using his legs, it's Durham. Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down.
That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch him, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
He'll bring it out. It's Udo. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking for room, it's Udo. Got the first down and still on his feet. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Sun Devils getting set on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Fires to the right. It's complete. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Trying to find the end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
Man, and this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. You get the stop here. I'm down multiple possessions. Do I kick it now because it's a hard fourth down, or am I putting the foot on the pedal and staying aggressive to try to get a touchdown?
They'll go to the air. Going for 6. Touchdown, Sun Devils! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Lining up for the PAT. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him. You
can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out. Everybody right now on the same page.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Green. There he goes. Still on his feet. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
The give to the tailback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Trying to set up the screen. Nice move there. Can't get him to the ground. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. Got enough space. Touchdown, BYU Bengals. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And the option play, the quarterback basically blocks the edge defender. So you watch the edge defender comes to him, and he commits to him, and then he pitches the ball to the running back, and the running back can do his thing, running the football all the way to the house. But it's basically a block on the quarterback on the defensive player.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll try the run. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Levin. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position.
Trying to get behind the defense. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. Red pass, it's complete. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Arizona State. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The BYU Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Makes a man miss. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. 4th quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
On the run, it's Durham. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They go to the ground. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Punt is on its way. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The first play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Back to throw, it's Levin. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And that is a play you've got to make as the defender. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got a chance to secure the win with the interception, and you put it on the ground.
A shot toward the end zone. Another incompletion on third down.
Man, the offense, they can taste it. They're on the road in a hostile environment in a 2-minute situation. They're trying to rip this game away from the home team. They take a shot into the end zone, being aggressive. I love the play call, but it falls incomplete.
He might want another play. On fourth down, going to the air. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. They convert the fourth down, but back to the line with no time to waste.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Scanning the field, it's Levin. Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
Well, you get the touchdown, but there's not a lot of time left, so you need to get the onside kick. You may have time for one more play, one shot to throw it in the end zone and somehow see if you can steal this game.
Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Only 14 seconds to play. The hands team on the field, and it'll come down to this onside kick. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their